Good morning, welcome back to the channel, and it's yet another trip in the Skoda Enyaq IV60. This morning I'm actually going to Milton Keynes, but first of all I have a couple of stops along the way. I need to stop and meet a colleague at, first of all, the motor services in Rugby on the M6 at Junction 1, and then I need to go and visit a colleague in my company's Northampton office, and there is a charger there, so I'll be able to recharge the car slightly while I'm there. So first of all, I had a look in a better route planner. It was coming up with quite a lot of varied routes, suggesting some very odd charging stops. So my first point of call this morning is look at Google Maps. It's suggesting I can either go straight down the M6 using the M6 toll, or I can go across the way I did in my previous video, across to Leeds and down the M1, which would be 11 minutes slower and would miss out the tolls. I quite fancy going the M6 today, just to check out the different charging options on that side. So in a better route planner, I have set up a couple of waypoints to force it to go down that route, because as I say, earlier on it was giving some very strange routing options. So I'm going to stop at Gretna Green at the Ionity chargers there and just have a quick top up. I've set the waypoint of the electric highway chargers at Rugby, and then I've set the Northampton office. So if I hit plan, if I actually turn up the brightness a little bit so you can see. Okay, so it is suggesting charging for 21 minutes at Gretna. It's then suggesting a charging stop at Knutsford, and then on down to Rugby. Earlier on it was suggesting stopping at Wolverhampton and all sorts of things, so I'm not quite sure what's going on. So it's suggesting a GridServe electric highway charger at Knutsford. It's suggesting that'll arrive there at 13%. I think we'll see how we go. What I'm planning to do today is to put a better route planner on the main screen, and just to have an app called WhatsApp. So WhatsApp is, it's not on my screen, where is it? WhatsApp is a great app, really like this app. So I'm going to plan a new journey, choose my destination, put in the postcode. I want to go to in Northampton, and then you can see it comes up with the entire route along the way. It's suggesting M6. If I look at the overview, it gives me live availability on a lot of networks, and it'll just show up what is ahead of me along the way. So I'm planning to have that up on screen, and what I'm going to do is put it on the Just Go, and then across the bottom of the screen you have this tab, or these tabs, and you can swipe through them, and as you're driving you can see what is the next nearest charger along with availability. So that's quite a handy second check to have. Anyway, let's get on the road. It's 8 degrees, it's very, very windy, very blustery, so for the first part of the journey I'm going to be facing quite a strong headwind. So I will get a better route planner set up, get on the road, and I'll check back in when we get to Gretna. Okay, so a quick update for you. 4 miles from Gretna Green. I thought we might get here with about 50% charge remaining. Actually, it's 58% at the moment, so I reckon that's not going to be too far off. The efficiency now that we've got on the motorway has improved a little bit, but more of that in a second. I've put a better route planner back on screen, and as you can see, it's showing there that there's one charger in use at Gretna. The 3 green segments mean that there are 3 units available, so I'm going to stop there because I've been driving for a couple of hours now, and I need a little leg stretch and a trip to the toilet. Because there was a long bit of cross country on little B roads and A roads, the speed hasn't been fantastic, so we've only done 78 miles, but it is 1 hour 46 minutes, and as you can see, the efficiency has improved. We were down at 2.5 when we were on the A roads driving into the teeth of a strong wind. Now that the wind is a little bit behind us and off to the side, That's improved, although we're driving at just under 70. So it's 3.2 miles per kilowatt hour, so that's much improved. And as you can see, sitting here on a nice flat bit of motorway, it's averaging 5 right there on the spot consumption. Although now we've got a little bit of hill, it's dropping away again. But overall, that's not too bad, given that the road surface is wet, there's a really strong wind, and we're driving at motorway speeds. Pretty impressed with that. And as I say, we need to do a quick stop here so that I can have a comfort break. I'll plug into the Ionity chargers, but I'm not planning to do a long charge there. On the charge at Gretna Green, I've been here for 14 minutes. I've gone from just over 50% back to 76. It was only charging at 33 kilowatts, but the toilets here are out of order, so I have to have a little walk down to the main service station, the main motorway service area. So that meant it's taken 14 minutes, and yeah, so we're back to 76%. And that is more than enough to get me down to the next MFG service area on the M6. A better route planner still wants me to go across to Leeds, but as I explained earlier, I'm not going to bother doing that. So looking here at what's up, I can see that actually if I carry on down, swiping through these, my next planned stop, or my planned stop, is quite some way away. Lots and lots of, there's Charnock Richard. Okay, so it's 121 miles to MFG Crow Road at Wigan. So 121 miles, I've got 155 on the guessometer in the car. So that is easily doable as far as I'm concerned. So I'm going to stop the charge here and make my way down. Oh, it's 112 miles. Yeah, so easy. I've got more than enough charge, and that will get me there easily with plenty of comfort margin. So I'm going to get on my way and speak to you when I get down there. So here's another example of why I don't use the Skoda navigation system. It's told me to find a nearby charging station. I am about 2 minutes from a bank of, I think, 8 150 kilowatt chargers. And what's the Skoda system offering me? A 22 kilowatt, a 7 kilowatt, much further away, some 50 kilowatts. So I don't know how up to date it is, or whether it just thinks that those slower chargers are better than the ultra rapid chargers that I'm about to go and visit. I have no idea. Either way, it just shows you why I don't use the Skoda navigation system when I'm on a longer journey. Because we are about 100 meters from this bank of rapid chargers, and this car knows nothing about them. Absolutely crazy. Come on, Skoda, you need to update your system. Okay, so for a car that's got 100 kilowatt charging, it's now doing 106, 107. On the day I filmed this, there were only 500 subscribers to this channel, but what are the odds? One of them, Stephen, turned up in his energy blue Enyaq. As you can see, it's a great colour, and he had a little bit of trouble getting the charger going, but we got it there and got it reset in the end. So Stephen, it was great to see you, and I hope you enjoy this video as much as you say you've enjoyed all the others. So I was so busy chatting to Stephen I lost track of time and ended up charging the car all the way to 97%. But as you can see from the Tronity charge curve, it didn't actually charge at over 100 kilowatts at all, so the charger was misreporting the rate. Not to worry, it meant I was easily able to reach my next stop, the meeting I had arranged at Rugby Services. Okay, quick update on progress. I had to stop at Rugby Services for a chat with a colleague, and took the opportunity to charge up. The progress since the last stop at Wigan was 119 miles. That's a couple of hours, 3.7 miles per kilowatt hour, and the charging here at Rugby was not super fast in terms of the actual headline speed like I had at Wigan. However, I just went in, went to the toilet, grabbed a coffee, and had to stop the charge because it was already at 95%. So easily fast enough for a quick stop here at the services. Anyway, onwards now to Northampton and another meeting there, and then on to Milton Keynes where I'm stopping tonight. So I will give you a quick update on the stats when I reach Milton Keynes. Okay, so journey's end. I have reached Milton Keynes. I was hoping to have charged up at my office in Northampton, but when I got there I realised I had forgotten to bring the Type 2 cable. It was taken out the boot a couple of weeks ago to put a whole load of rubbish in to take to the tip, and I forgot to put it back in. So schoolboy error. Always note whether you've got your Type 2 cable or not. So here we are again at the Milton Keynes Ionity charger. I am at 80% charge, but I want to just get a good top up just now before I spend tomorrow in the office and then head north to home again. In terms of the overall stats for today, since I last charged at Rugby, I've been averaging 4.1 miles per kilowatt hour. That's sitting at 70 on the M6 and then the M1, so pretty happy with that as in terms of efficiency. It is 12.5 degrees, so it's warmer than it was this morning, and there's no wind to speak of down here at all, so all good there. In terms of the overall actual trip, we've done 354 miles. It's accumulated 6 hours 45 of that's driving time and sitting around with the ignition on at charge points and so on, and overall efficiency 3.4 miles per kilowatt hour. So that was really affected early on by the fairly brutal headwinds that I was facing for I'd say up until about lunchtime today. So there we are then. Hopefully that video shows that it's dead easy to do a relatively long distance trip in the Enyaq IV60. You don't have to go for the bigger battery. The 58 kilowatt hour battery is absolutely fine for this sort of journey. I hope that's of some use, and I will speak to you soon.